the whole time I blacked out, basically. It was not a good time. And so he gifted me money before the meet and greet. And the next day I just felt so bad about it all. I sent it back to him and I was
Really?
I was like, I'm so sorry. I just felt bad. We didn't really get to enjoy each other, but hopefully you can give me a second chance.
Welcome to Secrets of a Sugar Daddy. Here's your host, Marcus.
Welcome to another episode of Secrets of a Sugar Daddy, the number one sugar dating podcast in the world, where we pull back the curtains on the good and the bad. And Lily,
the shocking.
You're right. The shocking stories of sugar dating. Where's your creativity today? Everybody expects creativity from Lily.
I'm doing this via Zoom.
Yeah, you look great.
Thank you. I've been losing my mind helping out with the grandkids all week, cooking for everyone. I'm a little exhausted, so
Yeah.
I need a vacation from my week in a hometown.
Well, I have to ask. So by the time this comes out, we're getting very close to the Shakira concert.
Oh, yes, we are.
Are you ready for the Shakira concert?
I'm ready, except I told you I bought a dress specifically for the Shakira concert. I'm not sure I can fit in it. I've put on a little weight with not being as active as I usually am post-surgery.
Well, I got a cure for this. 72-hour water diet. I've been on it since I got back to San Diego. I literally have lost 6 pounds in just a few days. I shed so much weight.
God.
But I'm drinking it with electrolytes in it, and we order this little packet you add into it. It's called Element. It's very salty. I love it. I'm almost addicted to it. It's so good.
That sounds gross.
So when I get hungry, I know it's almost like drinking pickle juice. When I get hungry, I drink some water with the electrolyte mix in there, and literally it stops my hunger. And I've been able to do it.
I love drinking pickle juice, but I can't imagine just drinking salty electrolytes.
Yeah, it's good. And the crazy thing is, and I saw this on the internet. Actually, I saw it from Dana White, who is a UFC guy. He just did it, and he said, I feel more energetic and all this stuff. You know, he was touting all the benefits. So I said, well, shit. And then he showed his abs after he did it, before and after, just in 3 days, and it was unbelievable difference. So I said, well, I need to do it because I inhaled way too many calories and carbs when we were in vacation in San Diego. And I cannot believe how much energy I have right now. Just drinking water. And I'm on my 3rd day. Yeah.
I would have thought you would be getting weak from not having sustenance.
No, I don't know. It's really weird. Now, eventually I will need to eat some real food, and that will come probably this evening because I have something to do, but it's been good. So there's a quick little weight loss, tighten up little process. You just got to time it.
Okay, so are you still working out every day?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So you feel like you have enough energy to work out?
My workouts have been better. I know it sounds crazy, but they've been better, and I felt stronger in my workouts.
Damn.
Yeah, it's surprised me too. But anyway, I have some big news about Shakira. I just got off the phone this morning.
With Shakira?
I wish. With the event, the guy that coordinates all the suites at Footprint Arena. Okay, and I haven't told you this news because I just got it this morning. We are no longer dead center of the arena. We've actually were able to secure 2 suites right next to each other, one level lower. Now we went from B to A, so they're all you can eat, all you can drink suites, all inclusive, the whole buffet, everything that, remember when we got on the Pitbull concert where you had the buffet going on and included all the drinks and the food and everything, and they had cookies and cakes and great food and all this stuff.
Yeah.
All that is included this time. Last time we ordered, appetizers and drinks for the suite because I didn't get an all-inclusive suite. This time, all-inclusive. So we can have, and here's this. We can have, I don't want to do this many people, but we can have up to 50 people. in these two
Oh,
suites.
dear God.
I know. I wanted to see the look on your face when I told you that.
Can I put in my 2 weeks notice, please?
No, I need you. Hey, we have some help flying in early already. We got some people that are committed to coming in and helping you. So you're going to be fine.
It's crazy
Make me
because
proud.
the day after, I won't even be able to do brunch because it's my grandson's birthday. So I have to come back here.
Yeah.
So you're going to be relying on other people for the aftermath.
Okay. Well, you guys need to come. This is going to be so fun. We've got plenty of room. I've got a lot of applications already, but we can look at even more. Sugar daddies, we need sponsors. I just put this all on my credit card and I need to pay it off somehow. So sugar daddies, message me at info@secretsofasugardaddy.com. We need a sponsor. You will love it. Last time it was like a 3-to-1 women to men ratio. The women are like, we need more sugar daddies. So we'd like to get it down to 2-to-1. But men, trust me, you're going to have a fantastic time. It includes a mixer on Wednesday night. It includes a pre-party at my house, which is a lot of fun. It includes private suite with all you can eat, all you can drink at the Shakira concert. It includes a party bus to and from the concert, which is a highlight of its own. We'll have a little after party, whatever that may be, and then brunch the next day. And then what your sponsorship goes for is you get to attend all that with all these great women from all over the country. Oh, I have some more news. London is coming back.
Yay.
So our great friend that came to the Pitbull concert from London, she has committed to this party.
She goes by Victoria, right?
Yeah, Victoria. I couldn't remember, but yeah.
Yes.
And
I love her.
Alejandra was so excited when she talked to her. She loves that girl. I mean, she's amazing. Yeah. I'm telling you guys, meeting her is worth the price of admission alone. I mean, not only is she absolutely beautiful, but her personality is on point. Just a lovely, lovely human being. So that's one. We've got people coming from Canada already again, and I'm already kind of starting to branch out. New York, New Jersey area, Chicago. We've already got a lot of people committed. So get your applications in. Go to secretsofasugardaddy.com. Fill out the applications under the party tab and get that to us ASAP because this thing's going to fill up quick and we want to get everybody confirmed. So don't wait. We have a lot of people that wait till the last minute. Last party, we had so many applications come in at the last minute. Don't do that to us, okay? We need to get everybody confirmed on the list, and there's a lot of pre-planning that goes to this. If you are a member of the Patreon group, you get priority judging over the general public. So we want you to join Patreon. We have a free option. You will get some goodies in the free option. But to open up the entire site, we have levels that start as little as $10 a month, and they go up from there. Some of those include coaching, profile reviews. You're doing some profile reviews right now.
I am.
You're getting swamped with those, but it's good.
Messaged like 4 new ones that came in that I'm going to get right on top of them.
Yeah. We want you guys to be successful in this sugar dating world. I mean, I'm still out there. I have some stories. Just even last night, I can tell you guys about an incident here if I get time. But it's another learning lesson that I'd love to share with you guys. And we do that through our Patreon group. We share behind the scenes photos, videos, share all kinds of information. People introduce them to each other. We had a girl ask a question the other day in the community chat, which you get access to once you're a tier member, something about real estate. She had like 16 replies just on this real estate question. It had nothing to do with sugar dating. I liked it. I thought it was a really good question. And there's so many men and women with that expertise, and they were able to help her with her question. So I thought that was great. So you can come in and talk about anything that you want. It doesn't have to be sugar dating. It's a great little family. It's a great little community. And we want you guys to join us. And you'll get priority judging for the contest or for the party. Right, Lily?
That is accurate.
Okay. Speaking of parties, so going back from Sugarpalooza 5, let's go back a little bit to Sugarpalooza 4. We had a really interesting group there, and we had a local girl who I actually finally saw her on Seeking. She's in our studio today, and I want to talk to her about quite a few things. She has some funny stories. I want to get a little recap from the party, not to beat that to death because we've had a lot of recaps, but I want to kind of get her view or perspective of what it was about from her, because she kind of comes from a little different, almost like an alternative look. She doesn't look like the other girls, which I actually find refreshing. She's very unique. Welcome, Alexis. How are you?
I'm good. How are you guys?
What'd you think of that intro to you?
I loved it so much. I'm so used to that being the intro, people introducing me as the alternative, the goth. I'm like, I'm not goth.
So what do you consider yourself? Because you kind of got the black look going, the goth look going. So it's easy for people to, I guess, put you in that category.
I mean, I don't disagree with being called alternative. I don't know. I'm just me. I'm just Miss Alexis.
We love her, though. She showed up. She showed up for the concert in these red, what were they made of? Red boots. What were they made of?
They were like patent leather.
Patent
like
leather boots. And she actually jumped into the pool with her red boots on.
I don't know why I did that. I don't understand.
Was there some alcohol involved?
Oh, of course. Duh.
All right. So you're local. How'd you find the podcast?
Just searching up podcasts. I was looking for a woman-based one for like sugar babies, but I found this one and I heard the first episode and I was like, this is actually better than I was looking for. So,
oh, nice. Well, you mentioned that, and we are actually considering a branch off of this podcast to focus in more on the woman's side. We'll bring up more details on that later because we are looking for some players in that little side project we're discussing with the studio, but I'm glad it kind of fit your needs. How long have you been sugar dating? Let's say, how old are you?
I am 24, almost 25.
Almost 25. I'm 24 and a half.
24 and 3/4, actually.
Yeah, what's your sign?
I'm a Sagittarius, of course.
Oh, you are?
Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
Isn't that what is? Oh, I'm sorry. Isn't that what trucker is?
Trucker is Aquarius.
Oh, Aquarius. Okay, I'm getting the ending wrong. All right. So when did you start sugar dating?
Beginning of March of this year.
Whoa. You're still a baby in the sugar dating world.
I feel like it's dog years and I've been in this world for like 7 years. Oh my God, I've experienced things already.
Yeah. So what prompted you to go this route?
So I was just thinking one day, like, I'm naturally attracted to older men. Like, I dated this 55-year-old vanilla dating a year or two ago. And
where'd you meet him?
He was my car salesman, actually.
My God. Did you come on to him or vice versa?
So he asked for my number saying, I'll keep in touch with this car. Like, give me your number and I'll send you whatever. I'm like, okay. So I write my number on a piece of paper thinking it's like business only. Then he texts me like a couple hours later, like, hey, hope this isn't crossing any boundaries, but I'd love to get to know you. You're the most beautiful girl I've ever seen. And I'm like, what the hell? So, and then we dated for a little bit after that.
Well, that had to be flattering.
Yeah, it was nice. And he's very handsome. He's Portuguese, super tan, muscular. I'm like, okay, I could get with this.
Yeah. Did he help you out financially?
No, he would just give me like
older.
gifts. Yeah, just older. Mm-hmm. So, and I used to be a promiscuous little girl, early 20s when I first turned 21. You know, you go to the bars, you get drunk, you go home with people. And I realized, why am I having sex for free and why am I dating older men for free when I have something I can give?
Yeah, when there'll be plenty of men that will be happy to not only treat you to a great time, but help you financially also.
Exactly.
Yeah, might as well, right?
That's
if you're
what I'm
gonna do
saying.
it.
That's what I'm saying.
So are you only on Seeking? Is that your only sugar dating site you're on?
I tried the other ones. What's your price? And I can't think of the other one that it's called. Oh, like Sugar Daddy Meet. But it just seems so scammy and men have the weirdest requests on those websites. So I just forgot about those and I stick to Seeking now.
Now, let me ask you, because this has been a point of contention in the last few girls that I have talked to on Seeking. Do you use your real number or do you use a secondary number?
I always use my Google Voice number.
Why?
For safety, first of all. That's the main reason. And second of all, I don't know. I just feel better using it. And it's just like that protection fact of it all.
All right. So the reason I ask is because this happened as soon as last night. she thought I was sketchy because her texts were coming up green because I'm using my Google Voice number, right? And she gave me her real number, which is, okay, it's a double-edged sword. I like it because now I can do research on it. My White Pages apps pops up her name, her address, her email address, her birthday, her parents' names, siblings' names, all this information. Now, it's not 100%, but a lot of times it's very accurate, and I can kind of see if this girl is real. I can kind of get a feel of what she's about before I meet her, so I like it. But as I've said many times, Amy, my original co-host, had more than one stalker, had a guy. He opened her door. For some reason, their front door was locked. She had some roommates. He opened the front door, walked into her bedroom while she was sleeping.
Yeah, that's terrifying. And
It's
I'm scared
terrifying.
of men already. Oh my God. They're
Okay,
horrible.
so you have to use safety measures. I told this girl who insisted that she would not talk to me unless I gave her a real number, yet she hid her face on all of her pictures for discretion reasons. And I said, well, look, I'm going to give you my Google Voice for discretion reasons. And she almost didn't message me. Finally, she did. She said, okay, I'm going to trust you. She messaged me with her real number. I go, are you from Kentucky? She goes, yeah. I said, and your parents live in Florida? And she's like, all right, this is getting creepy. Why are you telling me this? I don't like this. I'm like, it's exactly why I told you you should not be using your real number. Now I know
Exactly.
more about you than you want me to initially. Yep. And she got upset with me. Now that's stupid. Why would you get upset with me for showing you how dangerous you're being?
Because you taught her a lesson she didn't even want to be taught in the first place.
She didn't want to be taught it because you know why? Because she doesn't want to deal with green text. I swear to you, it is a thing. I've got a friend, he's in the real estate business, and he's always like, you green text guys fuck up our group text.
Okay, yeah, with group text, it is very annoying. So you can't react to the messages. It fucks it all up. But
forget that. Be safe out there. Use a secondary number, whether it's a texting app. Google Voice works. It's not the greatest, but it works. Sometimes there's some challenges, but you have to be safe out there. I'll give you my iPhone number eventually. I don't care. Eventually, once I trust you and meet you, but I'm not giving it to every Tom, Dick, and Harry. I should have said Jane, Mary, and Elizabeth out there. But here's an example. You're being safe, and I appreciate you telling it because hopefully these girls that I've talked to, I've scolded. Maybe they'll listen to the show and see that I'm not being weird by suggesting that.
I mean, they wouldn't really know your intentions behind it in the first place. So that's probably why they're like, okay, this weird man is just sending me my own information.
No, I get that. But I warned them ahead of time. I said, look, you should not, because she was like, look, I'm not going to text. We can just talk here on Seeking. And I was like, I can't talk freely on Seeking. We can talk openly offline, but I can't. There's things I can't say on there. I'm like nervous about saying.
Yeah.
And she's like, no, I don't want to be texting back and forth if you're not going to give me your real number. And I said, well, you shouldn't be using your real number either. And I gave her all the reasons why. So when she finally did text me, that's why I went forward with it. It wasn't like a complete shock, like I was being a creeper.
I'm like, why are you jump scaring her?
No, I get that part because I made that mistake once years ago when I told this girl, I was like, so how's that DUI coming of yours? And she's like, wait, what? How'd you know about that?
That's funny.
You're listening to Secrets of a Sugar Daddy. Now back to the show with your host, Marcus.
All right. So you met this older guy at the car dealership or whatever, and you enjoyed that. So you're like, I can do 30 years older than myself. Not a problem, huh?
And I've always been into older men. Even when I was a teenager, I would lie about my age. Not very smart. I would never do this. If I had a kid, I would smack them on the butt. But I would talk to older men too. And I was younger, like online. Like I've always had to think, and no, I don't have daddy issues. People always ask me that. I'm like, no, my dad loves me and I love him. But something about an older man, a silver fox, some salt and pepper. I love it so much.
Alejandra's the same way. So do you have a good relationship with your parents?
My father, yeah. My mom and I, it's a little bit rocky, but otherwise it's pretty normal.
Yeah. Okay. So I don't know whether I should get into some of your experiences, or let's talk about the party? You know what? Let's just rehash the party real quick. You found us just recently because you've been on Seeking since March, which is, gosh, only like 3 or 4 months ago, 5 months ago, maybe. What prompted you to put in an application for the party?
Okay, so this is going to sound really delusional, but I listened to this tarot card reader on YouTube, and he was like saying stuff about how you need to try new experiences, things that you would have never thought you would do, and it has to do with older men, opportunities will rise, and this and that. And he was like, it's a community effort. You'll just meet like all these people. And I was like, hold up. I know about this party. I think he's literally speaking to me. He sees my soul. Like, what the heck? So I listened to that one and then listened to one a day after, and same thing. He was like, Sagittarius, you will thrive with that older man. I'm seeing like Aquarius and all this stuff.
Wow.
I'm like, okay, so a tarot card reader is why I decided to see if I can get to the party.
That is funny. Lily, you ever use the advice of a tarot card reader?
You know what?
I know Kimmy did.
Kimmy does that. She loves it. When Trucker and I were in Sedona last, we both got read separately, and he was kind of into it. So I was like, yeah, sure, I'll try it. And I mean, I didn't feel anything life-changing was revealed to me. I think they kind of just covered basic things that you could say to anyone, and you would be able to sort of identify with it.
Well, I think it was the spirit world talking to her, because that is really cool that they put that message into your head, and then you applied the party, and we said, yep, come join us. What did you think was going to happen? What were your expectations?
Honestly, I just thought it was going to be like a huge party of happiness and joy and everybody being so sweet. That's really what it was. People would form their own little groups and stuff. I think because there was just so many women, how are you supposed to hang out with all 40 or something?
Yeah.
So, but
like, I never really got a chance to get to know you or talk to you much, and I wanted to. There was so many people, and Lily said that too. The problem with having so many people, we didn't get that one-on-one intimate time to kind of get to know a person.
Yeah. I'm so glad you're on the podcast today. I feel like I know nothing about this girl except she just moved into a new apartment.
Yeah. So we housed you in an Airbnb with some other girls from the party, even though you were local. We kind of gave you the same package that we gave the out-of-towners. What'd you think of your roommates?
So I was only there one of the nights because I was too drunk to make it back the other. But they were all super sweet. Well, I met two of them. I think the two Brazilian girls somehow ended up there Friday night, because I remember just hearing really loud laughter at like 3, 4 a.m. and like accents. And I was like, oh, there's other girlies here other than like the locals. But yeah, they were both super sweet. No complaints there.
Yeah. You made it to the mixer. What'd you think of the mixer at the W?
It was so fun. I just loved seeing everybody talk to each other and mingle. And I would go back and forth between mingling and sitting on the couch and talking to the woman on the couch. But it was just so fun. I just love meeting new people and oversharing and telling all of my business. So it was a great time. I really enjoyed it.
Okay. And then the next day we had the pre-party at my house and the party bus. Have you ever been on a bus like that?
No, I have not. I was like, have I? But no.
Yeah.
Did you get up and dance, Alexis?
When we were going back home, yeah, I had some fun. I had some dancing girl-on-girl action with I don't even remember who, but it was a little slight dancing moment.
Yeah. What'd you think of the suite at the concert?
It was amazing. I loved how there was two, because I kept going back and forth and talking to everybody and like in the different ones. 2 different vibes. One was, I think you guys were saying like a more of a party atmosphere, and then the other one was like chill. People were relaxing, just like listening to the music, which was really cool.
Yeah. And then we get home and everybody starts jumping in the pool, and here Alexis is with her big red boots, and you had these really cute shorts on, and off she went into the pool. What were your thoughts going when that happened?
Okay, so I just woke up from like a 5-minute nap, and I see everybody outside, and I'm like, I need to be part of this. So I walk outside, eyes half awake. I was so disoriented. I was having like a mini hangover. But I walk outside and I'm talking to that Tampa Bay pirate, I think it was. Okay. I was like, wouldn't it be so funny if I jumped in the pool with my clothes on right now? Because everybody's naked and I would have all my clothes on. And she was like, you won't do it. You won't. And I'm like,
oh, contre mon frère.
Okay, let me see about that. And I just jump in.
Pressure.
I'm like,
Prove that girl wrong.
And my boots were so heavy, I was drowning. Somebody had to take me to the edge, like the Baja step. And I was like, oh God, these are so heavy. This was so dumb. Why did I do that?
I'm watching the whole thing go down. Lily, you missed this, but she's taking her boots off, putting them aside, and she's just shaking her head like, why did I do this? And water is just pouring out of these platform boots that she had on.
The water probably sobered you up a little bit.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I was like, I almost had a near-death experience. Thank God for that. I was awake. I was alert and awake at that point.
Yeah. Are you going to be able to make it to our Sugarpalooza 5?
If I get an invite, of course.
Oh, you have an invite. But anybody that comes on the show has an invite. That's our gift to you.
Then I will be there. It's my birthday month.
Yes.
I love Shakira, so
we'll plan on it. We want to have you there. You were a lot of fun at the party. I heard nothing but great things about you. A lot of intrigue. People wanted to get to know you because you're very mysterious. You know that too.
I try not to be. I feel like I'm an open book. I think it's so funny when people think I'm mysterious, or I've gotten a lot in my life, like people were intimidated. What the heck? I'm literally like a puppy. I'm not intimidating at all. Like I open my mouth and they're like, oh, just kidding. I'm not scared of you. You're a little pumpkin. I'm like, yeah, I know.
Now you had something funny happen to you after the party. You found yourself on Reddit.
Yes, after...
It was in the Sugar Lifestyle Forum?
Yes, the Sugar Lifestyle Forum. We just got home at 4 a.m. I was asleep, woke up at like 7:30, 8 a.m. Saturday morning, hungover, still in my party dress, makeup on, shoes probably still on. I'm scrolling through Reddit, like the morning newspaper, and I see this post that says gift refund on it, the main part. And I click on it and I'm reading it. I'm like, oh, this person's in North Scottsdale. That's cool. Like, it's a local person. Let me see. I want more. And then I keep reading it. And then he's like, something, a hot, young 24-year-old. And I was like, wait, I think I'm a hot, young 24-year-old.
You're like, that describes me.
This is interesting. And I keep reading and I keep reading. And I'm like, oh, shit, this is about me. So the whole premise of the post, we went on a meet and greet. That's all we had at that point. And it was so bad. We had to end it early. We didn't even eat our food. I was in the bathroom most of the time.
Wait, the meet and greet was not going well?
No, because I had a medical emergency the whole time. I blacked out, basically. It was not a good time. And so he gifted me money before the meet and greet. And the next day, I just felt so bad about it all. I sent it back to him, and I was
Really?
And I was like, I'm so sorry. I just felt bad. We didn't really get to enjoy each other, but hopefully you can give me a second chance. And then so he was asking on Reddit if he should give me back the money I gave him. And people were like, bro, she's a drug addict. What do you mean? She was in the bathroom for 45 minutes at the restaurant. And that wasn't even the whole point of the post. It was to ask if he should give to me back my money that I sent
And then
back.
you're getting blasted by the... What was the medical emergency, if you may ask?
I can tell you off the air.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it was crazy. And it was so sweet because he was defending me the whole time. He was going to bat with people calling me a drug addict, a cokehead, like doing heroin. I'm like, girl, I cry when I get shot still. I could not do that stuff. So it was just really funny to see that and read it and realize it was about me, and I had a bunch of comments on it.
Well, that was a very honorable thing that you did. I had a meet and greet once where I was starting to feel a little nauseous, and then all of a sudden I had to run to the bathroom. I ended up having food poisoning. I had to end the meet and greet, and I said, look, I don't know. And she's like, well, what's going on with you? I said, I don't know. I'm sorry, but suddenly I'm very ill. And she's like, yeah, this is weird. I'm like, well, sorry, I don't know what's going on. And I went home and I literally puked all night long. And I had food poisoning. And then crazy thing, 24 hours later, I was just fine. But it was just one of those things that came on me.
You're listening to Secrets of a Sugar Daddy. Now back to the show with your host, Marcus.
Now, going back to giving the money back. So here's something that happened to me with Alejandra. This was on our second or third meet, and I gave her full allowance, or at that time we were just PPM. We hadn't gone to weekly yet, but the night didn't go very well, and the sexual part didn't go very well. I didn't know what was going on with her. So I just messaged her and I said, hey, I don't know what happened, but I don't know what's going on here. So we talked about a few things, and she sent me my entire allowance back, the entire PPM that I gave her. She sent it back to me, and I go, whoa, 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 whoa. I don't want that back. I was just trying to figure out what was going on. And she goes, well, I feel bad taking it if you didn't feel like you were satisfied with the date. I thought that was a very honorable thing. So I ended up sending it back to her. I was like, no. I think maybe I said, well, how about I send you this? I sent like more than half to her.
Yeah, so he did give me a second chance, and he sent me back the money and then my PPM, and he was like, that was just so sweet. Like, he was taken aback that I would have done something like that. He thought I was so thoughtful. And I'm like, well, I'm not going to like rip you off, basically. You got like damaged goods. So I'm going to send you the money back.
Lily, have you ever been in a situation like that?
I have. So when I was first dating, this is going to sound stupid. When I was first dating my third husband.
No, we get it.
Well, we start out a story like that where it can just go downhill from there. When we first dated, our first out-of-town date, we went to Phoenix and we ate at Papados. Is that like a fish restaurant?
Well, it's kind of like a Louisiana style.
Seafood?
Yeah.
Okay, yes. And we had seafood, and I had something, I don't know what, but it did not sit well. And we were headed back for a 3-hour drive. And that food poisoning set in with me so fast, I had to make him pull over every possible place there was because I was just so sick. And then we finally made it back to his house, and I was like, I got to get in my car and I got to go home. I am so damn sick. But yeah, it was something at that seafood restaurant, but yeah, it really hit me hard.
Yeah, it's embarrassing.
It was embarrassing.
Because there's nothing, you can't control it.
Yeah, I'm like, I cannot be here. I cannot make idle conversation. I'm not my best self right now.
Right.
Yeah, that's how actually the meet and greet ended. So I was supposed to drive home, but I was in no shape to drive home. So I drove behind the building of the restaurant we were at. And all I remember is I passed out with my car on, and it ended at 7:30, 8 p.m. And I woke up at like 2 a.m. in my car, and there was puke in the cup holders. There was like puke outside. It was horrible. And I was like, how is this my life? I went on this meet and greet with this really hot, he was he was like 66, 67. And I was like, oh yeah, this is a winner. And I bombed it. I was so mad. And that's my karma as well, is getting the puke all over my car.
Let me ask you this. You said he sent you back the money and gave you a second chance. Are you still seeing him?
Yes, I am. Actually, last weekend, me, him, and his other sugar baby, we all got together and had a fun little night.
Really?
And yeah, he's really adventurous and he's so fun.
What'd you think of her?
She was gorgeous. She had like the perfect like Coke bottle body, like BBL, boobs done. She was the most gorgeous woman ever. Long hair, dark skin, gorgeous chocolate skin, and she was so sweet and it was fun. I really enjoyed it.
Have you ever done anything like that?
Yeah, I've had a foursome before, but It was with people my age, no oldies or money back exchange.
None of them old fuckers.
These were age appropriate people.
Yeah.
And the only thing exchanged was maybe some white powder in the noses, but that's all.
So you mentioned he was 60 something. Where's your limit?
So I really realized I don't have one, but I kind of do, because I went on a date with this 73-year-old, and it wasn't that he was too old. It was that he wasn't as good looking as his pictures. He catfished me. He looks really handsome. I was like, okay, I could do this. I could sleep with this old fucker. But in person, I was, holy shit, he looked like the Crypt Keeper. You are not that cute. So I don't know. I guess he's kind of my standard of how high I'll go in terms of age, but maybe that's just because he ruined it for everybody else.
Well, whenever Lily feels like they look like her grandfather, that's where she draws the line.
Yeah, that's where I draw the line.
Yeah, I don't talk to my grandfather, so I'm like, it's like I don't have one. There's no limit.
Yeah, if they give me a grandfatherly vibe, and I didn't grow up with a grandfather or a father, but if they give me that grandfatherly vibe, I just can't be excited about intimacy or anything like that.
Yeah, well, he seems really fun, and like we would have a good time. He was super energetic and sweet and kind of funny, but I don't know. I would just look at him. Oh, and so I don't know if you guys been to the White Rabbit in downtown Gilbert.
Oh, I love the White
Yes.
Rabbit.
So that's where our meet and greet was. And, it's not fancy, but it's an intimate vibe, kind of sexy vibe,
I agree.
And this man shows up in board shorts and mandals.
What?
And I literally had to take a picture of it. He was walking back from the bathroom, and I took a video of him walking to show my friends this horde outfit. And I was in like this cute black mini dress and brown boot. The audacity. What? At least put on some shoes. Why are the dogs out? I don't want to see your toes. That's so gross.
Yeah, there's a lot of men, they don't have game in that department. I mean, we talk about it. You don't have to overdress, but yeah, that's a little too underdressed, too casual.
Yeah, I was kind of offended. Why wouldn't you dress up for me?
Right?
But It's fine.
Well, it all depends on the situation. But yeah, if you're going to the White Rabbit, if I'm meeting somebody in the park, obviously we might be in shorts and a tank top, but you're at the White Rabbit. It's like really cool speakeasy that's underground. It's got a really cool 1930s vibe to it. Yeah. Yeah, I don't get that.
I would never go dressed super casual there.
Right. All right. So you've been on since March. What other experiences are you finding out there? How many sugar daddies do you entertain at a time?
So right now I have 2.5.
2.5?
I say
midget?
No, I say half because my main, or like the one I see most often, we're dating kind of now, like boyfriend, girlfriend, but he started off as my sugar daddy, and now he still gives me an allowance, but we say I love you, we're in love with each other, like talk about marriage together. So he's half my sugar daddy, but also like half my boyfriend. So
yeah, no, I
don't
get
know.
that.
And now
you start finding
old
feelings
is-
for these people.
How old is this guy?
He's 55.
55. Your main sugar daddy's 55, and you guys are talking about marriage.
Yes.
It's getting pretty serious.
I mean, it's kind of a tequila-induced conversation when marriage does
Yeah.
come up. So I showed him like venues and like how I want my engagement ring to look, but he makes it a point. He doesn't want to be like a cradle robber. So
Well, he is.
I'm like, that's why we keep it. We're not monogamous, because he wants me to still experience things and doesn't want to keep me from having other fun with other men and seeing what else is out there.
Do you guys go out on public dates, like out to restaurants and stuff?
Yeah, all the time.
You get any looks or stares or comments like I get?
Oh my gosh, all the time from these wenches, these
Wenches?
old ladies.
I know, it's
always an older woman. I'm like, I don't understand. I would be happy if I was an older lady and I saw this young broad with like an older man. Get your money, queen. I don't understand.
I know, kind of like the wench that left the voicemail that I privied you guys on Patreon. I think it's on our Instagram too, but saying Alejandra's basically old enough to be my daughter, and that's disgusting. I'm like, well, it's my life. Her birthday's coming up. She's getting closer to 30. Right?
New decade.
I mean, she's not there yet. She's got a couple years, but I mean, it's not that bad. Good Lord.
I know, especially in Scottsdale too. You live in Scottsdale. What do you expect? Arizona is like one of the major places,
my God, yeah.
like ASU.
I was at the Beverly, which is a great little bar here in Old Town Scottsdale, and I was supposed to be on a meet and greet last night. That was a whole nother debacle. While I'm waiting, because she was over an hour late, which I finally just left. I'll just tell you the ending of that story. I left, and then she calls me later wondering if she can still show up. No, you've disrespected my time. But while I'm waiting, I can't tell you how many. Well, I could probably tell you. There was probably 6 or 7 couples in there. 100% sugar baby, sugar daddy couples. At least 20 to 25 year age difference.
Maybe I need to go there because my 66-year-old sugar daddy, the one with the Reddit story, we went to the Global Ambassador.
Another hot spot.
Yeah, but it was all like young people and they were staring at me like I was a freak show. And I was like, do you guys know where you're at right now? What the heck? I need to go where there's a sugar baby and sugar daddy dynamic because I felt like a sore thumb and I was like, what is going on up in here?
Well, the Beverly, I love their drinks, the drink names, because they are catered towards the sugar daddy lifestyle. Matter of fact, I think they even have a drink called the sugar daddy, sugar baby. They have a new one. I was just telling the owner of the studio about this as I was waiting to do today's show. It's called Post Nut Clarity is the name of the drink.
That's funny. Was it like a cream color?
I don't even remember, but they have such funny name drinks and they're kind of sexualized or they kind of favor a sugar daddy, sugar baby theme. So I like it. I guess that's why everybody just feels comfortable in there and they're not too judgy, you know. But I've done a lot of meet and greets there. It's fine. It's a great atmosphere to meet somebody. The nice thing is I like when I go to a bar, first of all, I like sitting at the bar because you get better service that way. And then I like sitting on the corner of the bar where I can be on one corner and she's on the other. And then you don't have to face directly at her, but now you're not trying to talk to somebody that's right beside you.
Yeah.
I love that. That's my favorite meet and greet position.
Gosh, anytime I've ever been to the Beverly, the bar was just full.
I know. It was full last night too. Depends on what time you go, but that's my personal preference when I do a meet and greet is sit at the bar and then sit on the corner position if you can.
Yeah, I always sit at the bar or I request a booth and I like to sit next to them. Even during a meet and greet, I don't know what it is. I just like being near them.
I've done it both ways. I definitely like being next to them.
Yeah, every single time I'm on a date with my main one, always booth next to each other. And then they always put us like in the dark corner everywhere we go. And I'm like, what the heck? We went to Sedona a couple months ago to one of, I think it was Doll and DeLuca or something, one of Lisa Doll's restaurants. And it was super old folk atmosphere. And they put us in the corner behind this huge column. You could not see us at all. Why are you shunning us from this restaurant?
Anything extracurricular go on there since they couldn't see you?
No, because I was, I don't know, I was already a little drunk season.
Yeah.
But
Alejandra, she likes to do stuff in public and it always makes me uncomfortable. I'm just like, stop. You're getting too handsy.
Yeah, that's how I am a little bit. I'm kind of weird about PDA. I've gotten better, but I'm like, oh, I don't know. Let's not play footsie or something under the table.
Well, the problem with her, and she loves PDA, like loves it to a point where it annoys the fuck out of me because I'll show up at my workout at the gym and we're in a group workout at 6:15 and she comes up to me, gives me a hug and wants me to kiss her. We're trying to work out. I'm in my workout clothes in front of all these people.
Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah, that's how I am. Oh my gosh, I can't. I used to not even be able to give a peck just walking down the street or in the park. But this was my boyfriend's when I was a teenager. Now, my main one, I'm like, okay, let's kiss here, let's kiss there. It's just so sweet. And I think it's just because I actually like him.
Yeah.
I didn't like those other guys much.
Lily, what's your thoughts on PDA?
I have never been one to engage in PDA, but it's different with Trucker. I don't mind. I've experienced the most PDA with him, and that's just not my nature, but with him, it's just so comfortable. Mm-hmm. So I enjoy it
and
now.
For those of you who are using the acronym, but public display of affection.
Yeah.
PDA.
I want to know more about this 2.5 sugar daddy situation.
Yeah.
So the half of a sugar daddy, you consider him half boyfriend, half sugar daddy.
Yes.
And you're not exclusive. Is he exclusive or does he have other sugar babies?
No, he's exclusive.
Okay. And he knows about the other 2 guys that you're seeing that are sugar daddies?
No, we have a don't ask, don't tell rule.
Really?
So, yeah.
That might be wise. Yeah. So tell us.
I don't know. It works better for me if I know.
So the Reddit guy I mean, not much till we started seeing each other, I think, a month and a half ago. He, what some would call a whale, I feel like.
Really?
He makes pretty good money.
Meaning, like, what kind of money you think he makes?
Millions a year. He told me, and I don't want to say what he owns, but
What kind of industry is he in?
mental health industry.
Okay.
You know, there's a lot of crazies out there, me included.
A lot of money into crazy people.
Yeah. So, yeah, he owns some businesses in that. And he was a creator of some stationery items too. So,
Okay.
you probably would know if I say off of
Nice.
there. But
Yeah,
yeah.
he's a whale.
Yeah, he's a really successful, handsome 66-year-old silver fox. And the other one, so this one, I don't know how to feel about him because, so we've only seen each other maybe 5 times. I think he's 58-ish. And the second time we hung out, also the first time we were intimate, he told me he loved me.
Wait. First time you were intimate?
So we hung out, meet and greet, and then the second time we hung out, we were intimate.
Which is a normal
Yeah.
progression.
Yeah, and that time he kept saying, I love you, I love you.
Red
He's
flag.
like, say it back.
Lily,
And I'm
that's
like,
a red flag.
He is a lot, and he wanted me to meet his son last time it was over, and
How old is this guy?
58,
58?
Yeah.
Oh, God. How old is his son?
18, 19.
Okay.
Oh, you had him late.
Yeah, I'm like,
Okay.
I don't want to meet your son. I'm sorry. He was like, oh, like, I understand. I'm like, I won't ever meet your son or any of your kids. That's so weird. And it's funny. So he's a radiology oncologist. Is that what it's called?
Could be, yeah.
One of those things. Anyways, so the funny thing is I've talked to 2 other ones before, been on dates with 2 other ones. And I told him that, and he was like, there's only like 6 of us in Arizona, and you already fucked half of them. I'm like, well, actually, I've only had sex with 2 of them. The other one ghosted me. But what is up with this pattern of these cancer doctors loving me? It's so weird, and it's so specific, too.
And you met them all in Seeking?
Yeah.
Did they have their photos online?
Yeah. Yeah, one of them,
Usually they try to be very discreet.
actually 2 of them, except he used his actual pictures. The other 2, they used lookalikes. It wasn't pictures of them. Mm-hmm. So like they kind of catfished me, but one of them ended up being more good looking in person anyways. And the other one, I didn't even recognize him when he walked up to me during our meet and greet. But
What were your thoughts when you're like, wait a minute?
I didn't know what to do. I was like, what the hell? Like, let me just go along with this. Like, let's see what happens. Like, I'm already here anyways.
You're listening to Secrets of a Sugar Daddy. Now back to the show with your host, Marcus.
Well, that's kind of what happened to me. I had 2 girls who, it's funny because one of them used somebody's photos and then she was much better looking in person. So I'm like, oh, okay, I don't give a fuck. You're better in person. The other one used this really hot girl. Don't do that. A really, really smoking hot ASU party chick looking girl. And then she showed up and she was not even close. And she said, oh, yeah, that picture's not me. And I'm like, okay, now I feel that you've misrepresented yourself, and I'm sorely disappointed because, I was pretty excited to meet her.
Yeah.
This certain person. And yeah, that didn't work out.
Yeah,
So,
I feel like at least send a picture of the real you, like over text before the like,
right.
an hour before or something. Like, I don't
Something.
know. And I was so shocked. I was like, who is this random man walking up to me? Like, I was so confused. And he was like, hey, I'm blank. And I'm, are you sure
you're
about that? Let me see who's behind you.
Yeah.
Like, what the heck?
Oh, I just had something happen to me yesterday. So I'm getting a ton of fake profile message me now on Seeking. Seeking's got to do something about this. They're easy to spot. The bios are clearly, they're written in a way that nobody talks ever. That's your first clue. And the second clue is they're brand new. And the third clue is there's no local pictures at all. They're all like model pictures. So anyway, this fitness model messages me from Venezuela. There's no pictures of her face. And she wants me to send her $50 to FaceTime, and she'll squirt and do all this other stuff, unlimited time.
Dear God.
So I said, I'm not sending
What a
you.
steal.
I know. And so I said, I'm not sending you any money unless I see you're real. I'm just trying to find out if she's real, if she really looked like this picture. Sure enough, some girl from Venezuela calls me video through WhatsApp, but it wasn't the same girl as in the picture.
Like, hello, I don't want your squirting. I
was
want
like,
that girl in the
wait
picture.
a minute,
squirt
you're
video.
not the same girl. And then she hung up on me.
Was she primed and ready to squirt?
No, I could hear kids in the background. I could hear stuff going on, and she was just in a T-shirt. So I was like, okay, you're just wanting me to send you $50, and then you're going to disappear. But anyway, she did call me. I did see her.
I have one last question for Miss Alexis. So this guy that you're dating, you're half a sugar daddy, your main guy. Do you see potential there? And if you do, is children something you want in your future?
So I definitely see a future with him. So we kind of have a plan. He's retiring in 10 years and moving to Thailand, and he wants to bring me. And I've always wanted to go to Thailand. So I'm like, heck yeah, I can get a free room and board in this gorgeous town, or I don't even know what it is, a city, country. As far as kids goes, he has a vasectomy, and I don't want kids ever in my entire life. That's terrifying to me, and I don't have a motherly instinct at all. So it's just best if I don't shoot anything out the cooch. But
Never heard it that way, but okay, we got you.
so he has a son, a younger son, and he's always said too that he wasn't meant to be a dad. He just kind of did it to please his wife at the time. And he has a hard time having regular thoughts about his son, if that makes sense.
Being bonded with him?
Yeah, like he has a good connection with him, but he's kind of like a nuisance sometimes. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but he just he didn't want to be a father ever. And
He just doesn't have that fatherly instinct or desire to nurture a kid.
yeah, he's a good dad, but he would rather probably not have a kid. I don't know. I don't want to speak for him, but
Interesting.
Yeah.
Now, you work full time. We're wrapping up, so I just want to ask a couple more questions. You have a job. You're out there. You're not just full-time sugar baby.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing with the financial help that these guys are giving you?
So I was living at my parents' house for a very long time. So I got myself in a lot of debt. I was on the wrong medication, and I spent so much money. And so I was just saving up my money from paying off my debt to move out of my house. And it was just taking too long. So I just racked up all of my money to put into savings to get a really nice apartment. Mm-hmm. And that's all I use it for, is my rent, my car payment. I have a brand new car too.
You have a new car?
Yeah.
See, these sugar babies. Alejandra has a new car. My newest car is 2010. It's my newest car. These sugar babies are driving nicer cars than me.
It's older than some of your sugar babies, probably.
I
Oh
know.
my
I'd
God.
almost say close.
Mine's a 2019, but
Yeah.
I had two vehicles after my divorce, and I sold both of those and was able to pay cash for it.
Yeah.
It's a nice car.
Yeah. Yeah. What kind of car did you get?
I got a 2024 Hyundai Elantra Limited.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that was my dream car because my cousin had it, and I
Yeah.
liked how it had the ambient lighting in the car. That's the only reason why I wanted it.
The only reason.
So-
Yeah. You know what? I've got to get one of these self-driving cars. I'm so jealous of people that have self-driving cars.
That's scary. I could not trust technology like that.
Yeah.
Too much trust.
Yeah. I need a self-drive because the problem is I'm traveling all over the valley and I'm constantly getting phone calls and texts and emails on job sites and vendors and trying to coordinate the Shakira party and all this stuff. I can't just pull over every time and answer these things. So I'm finding myself doing a lot of texting and driving, which I don't want to do. So if I have a self-driving car,
Yeah, that makes sense.
that would help me be more productive.
Yeah, but I don't know. I saw this guy on the freeway. He was in his little Tesla, and he had his phone like right in front of him, like this. I was like, "Oh my God, what are you doing, mister? You're gonna crash into me." But I forgot. Oh, it's probably on autopilot, whatever it's
Yeah.
called. But still scary. I wouldn't trust it.
I use a lot of voice to text, and so does Lily, but it does us dirty sometimes, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
Sometimes she'll send me stuff, and I'm like, wait, what?
Oh my, same. I talk too fast, so my voice to text is always messed up. I'm like, okay, it's not even worth it. I'd rather text and driving at the ticket. What the heck?
I know. Well, I'll do the voice to text, and then I got to scroll back and fix words, and that almost makes me wreck because that's very hard and distracting to do.
Yeah, I like using the voice messages feature on
You know
my
what? I need to do that more often. That's a good.
Way easier.
That's a better idea. I'm just not used to using that feature, but it's available, and I need to do it. All right. You just going to continue your sugar dating adventures and see where it takes you?
Yes. I have
right.
so many crazy stories, and I can't wait to have more crazy stories.
Yeah. Well, we'd love to have you back.
Yeah.
The time goes very quickly.
I know. I'm like, oh, for real? Like, wow, time flies when you're having fun.
No, we always have a
Yeah.
lot of fun with these.
We'll have you back. Write down all your crazy stories so we get to that. We'll focus on that next time.
Because I've seen some, she's posted in the group chats, and I've seen some interesting pictures that I'm sure have a fun story behind those.
Oh my, I have so many stories for days and weeks and years and months.
All right, Lily, get her back on the schedule ASAP.
I shall.
And we'll see you at the Shakira
what's
concert.
your work excuse going to be next time? You can't be ordering furniture.
I'm getting
A
my walls
doctor's-
painted.
Your
or,
walls
or
painted.
a doctor's appointment, maybe.
That's true. The limits are there's so many endless options. We'll see. We'll pick one out of a jar or something.
They don't usually question that.
Well, this was your first podcast. How do you think you did?
I think I did pretty well, honestly.
It's fun, right?
Yeah,
Easy?
it's fun. I want to start my own podcast, so I'm like, okay, like here's good. Dipping my toe in the water, see how I like it, and it's fun.
What would it be about?
That part? Okay, so I was thinking maybe something fun where I tell stories and give opinions and advice, but I tell stories about my life to like a stranger. Somebody like off the street, or my main sugar daddy, he's friends with this newscaster. And I was like, what if I put him on the podcast? A newscaster doesn't know me. I tell him this crazy story and he reacts in real time to it. I think that'd be so funny.
Yeah. So here's a quick little funny story, a little off topic. We were listening to a song on the radio, and I think it was a rap song or something. And they used the phrase, "What's up, Willis?" Or "What you talking about, Willis?" That phrase, right? And so
Okay, hold up.
What?
Alexis, do you know what that's from? What you
No.
talking about,
What
Willis?
you talking about, Willis?
I have no idea.
Okay, so anyway, I had to explain it to Alejandra because she had no idea either. So I explained this whole show that was in the late 70s, early 80s called Different Strokes with Gary Coleman. He was this little short black actor, and he had a brother. They were adopted by a white family, right? That was the show, what it was about. I think they were
Yes.
adopted by a white family. So
Yes.
it was a sitcom, and it was very popular. Every single show, he would look at his older brother named Willis, and he's like, "What you talking about, Willis?" And it just kind of was this phrase that everybody would say when they're like, "What you talking about, Willis?" He records in our studio, and he wants to have us on his show.
Wait, that's
Todd
so
Bridges.
random.
Now, Gary Coleman's passed away, but the other half of the brother records right here.
That's funny.
Yeah. And
What's his podcast about?
I don't know. I'm going to have to find out. They just put
Interesting.
They just put a picture of him and his wife do a podcast, and they put a picture of him on Facebook, on the Pod Populi Facebook page, and he had this shirt on that says, "What you talking about, Willis?" He had a shirt on that said that.
That's a perfect name for his podcast.
Yeah, that would be a perfect name. So anyway, that's an interesting podcast. Well, if you do decide to do a podcast, we would love to help you. We are actually, like I said, looking to expand our concept to focus more on the sugar babies on the women's side. So look for information soon. We may do like a casting. We're talking about maybe doing a casting for it, having different people try out. I've got some people here locally. I've got some people in other cities that have done our show that I think they would be great. I don't know where to take this. I think it would be a good idea.
Yeah, you know what I do is I ask Chat GPT for advice on stuff like that.
Oh, you use that a lot?
I have the membership. I literally bought the membership.
Really?
It's so
I see.
useful.
There's another technology that I need to use more often. Lily's used it a little bit.
I have. It's fun. It's so fun.
Yeah.
It's great, yeah.
You can tell it anything. Write a song about a little boy who was crying because his popsicle melted.
And
And it will write a song about that.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I sent a picture to it and I was like, okay, point out my flaws. And it was like, well, you don't have any flaws. Your nose is like little pointy and
Oh my gosh.
Exactly. I knew that. Like, that's what I was looking for. And
Yeah.
it was just so weird. It's smart as hell.
I needed one of those when I was doing the last minute cramming for a high school research paper that I had to turn in like 12 hours when you had like a month to do it.
Yeah.
You know what?
That's what I needed it.
I wonder how teachers who teach kids writing, how do they distinguish between what's actually coming out of a student's brain or what they're getting from ChatGTP?
I think they have some kind of technology that checks for it. Because I know they do in colleges.
Yeah, but it's so smart. It will give 2 different answers to 2 different people on the same subject.
Well, and you can also tell it, because I've done this. You could tell it. So sometimes when I'm working on profiles, I'll consult with it and I'll be like, okay, take these ideas that I would like in my dating profile, but make it sound really cool and casual. Or conversely, I'll say, make it sound really classy and educated.
Mm-hmm.
And it will change the same exact
it's unbelievable.
words
Yeah.
different ways. And it's spot on. Like, it would make one profile super classy and one profile super casual.
Yeah, it's worth the membership. I should be sponsored one day because I
go.
use it every single day.
All right. Well, we run long. Our producers are pointing fingers at me like wrap up. So we got to go.
Yeah.
But if you guys want to share your crazy sugar dating stories, we'd love to hear them, just like Alexis told us. And she's going to tell us more. So go to our website, secretsofasugardaddy.com, and you'll find a contact us form there. Or you can send them to me at info@secretsofasugardaddy.com. Lily, I've got an email I got today. You're mentioned in it, but it's quite an interesting story and a situation, and she's actually local, so I'm going to have you get in touch with her. But we do get your emails and your messages on Instagram, and then don't forget to join the Patreon group so you can apply to come to the Shakira party. You're going to get to meet Alexis, and that's worth the price of a loan.
I'll jump in the
Price of
pool
a
again with all my clothes.
She is gorgeous.
She is absolutely
She is-
gorgeous, yeah.
Thank
I don't
you.
know how tall you are, but you just have this model figure. She's
5'2".
how-
5'2",
only
but she
5'2".
always wears these platform shoes, so she doesn't
Yeah.
look 5'2".
But she's just thin and willowy, and she's got this gorgeous dark hair and this porcelain skin, and she does the lashes. Oh, she's so pretty.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Come to Shakira to meet, of course, the lovely Lily. You'll get to meet myself. You'll get to meet the whole cast and crew and a lot of great people. We're going to have up to 50 people there, so it's going to be a fantastic time. And, of course, you're going to meet Alexis. So anything else, Lily? I think we're done.
Nope. I'm getting on the road and coming home.
All right, get back to Phoenix.
All right.
Okay, talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.
Thanks for joining us. If you'd like to connect or even be on the show, we'd love to hear from you at secretsofasugardaddy.com.